Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Z1 Randomizer Hyrule Bracket Round 1 race between Ugondis and Bommy819, or 819. I'm fine with either. This is a first round bracket race between these two folks who I believe have never raced head to head, which means there's going to be nothing but chaos today. I am Law. I'm Messenger Death up in the corner because changing Discord names is hard. And we have Tracy M, who will be joining us a little later because this is secretly a midday race. So we have our two runners today. We've verified their seeds. They should be ready to release anytime, as soon as, I suppose, they reset their timers. We are in the Hyrule bracket now, which means that we are no longer... Ooh! Okay, now we have some running, and we're somewhere. Flag set today does mean that everybody is going to be saying that until we bungle into a book somewhere. So, we have audio, and now we have Ugondis, and now we have two timers. Perfect. It's officially a race. So, in this flag set, we don't know where level 9 is, or in fact, where anything is, even where we are right now, necessarily. But we also don't know how to get there. 64. I like 64. We have level 1 on one side, but no money. Boy, immediate route divergence. That's what I like to see in one of these races. And we're immediately done with level 1, because combat is hard when you have literally no offensive capability. Anyway, our goal in this seed is to find level 9, figure out how many Triforces we need, somewhere between 5 and 8. Use that to get into level 9, wander about, find whatever large force sprite monster has performed crimes today, stab it a bunch, shoot it with the silver arrows, then wander around level 9 more until we find whichever one sprite has been kidnapped. We are mostly on a vanilla flag set, so I'm just going to say Ganon and Zelda for a while. Please excuse me. So far, they're both in level 1, which is nice. I saw Darknuts on the overworld, which means Darknuts not in dungeons, which is fun. Gibdos are still Gibdos, and we still have just no ability to affect the world around us. Ugondis is collecting some money. Bommy found 64 rupees just lying on the ground in front of an Octorok. Eventually, we're probably going to need that money to buy... I would like to see a blue ring. Mostly because as soon as somebody buys a blue ring, somebody buys a red ring, and that's always fun. But also, even just a candle at this point would help with leading some of these rooms, because it's just... every place with a room is a wall. We have a lot of resets back to start because it's just, overworld whiz roads. Not the coolest, but means no dungeon whiz roads, so, you know what, I'll take it. Yeah, our goal right now is to just put as many footprints on Hyrule as possible. Check locations. We need a sword. We need... I guess we're not going to find a bow just in the overworld, but a candle. Some dungeon that happens to have a wand just lying on the floor that I can pick up and wiggle at people. Something that lets us affect the world around us, because until then, we're largely just investigating and mapping. Okay, 82 on arrows. Not useful until we have a bow, but good to know. 66 on bait. A part of me wants to say, hopefully we won't need bait this seed. A part of me wants to say, hopefully we do, and it's a super terrifying block. But we'll see how it goes. We found level 3, and we've left level 3. Level 3 is for chumps. And it seems that ahead of schedule, we are joined in the race room perhaps by Tracy M. Tracy?
Hello! I'm here. Yeah, I've been.
Tracy
Looks like I've been following as much as I can, trying to catch up. Just got home. Yeah, So one thing I'm going to mention, because a lot of people don't realize this, you talked about the timers earlier. What that means, the way the timers are set up, means both these runners are using the Z tracker software. And one of the things I hate about Z Tracker, there's a lot of really good things about Z Tracker out there, but one of the things I don't like is that as soon as you open the tracker, the timer just starts going. So what you have to do is you have to pause it, and then, when you hit start, it'll start over, and it's really, really annoying. And, well, shout out to Neo No Name, who is our tracker, who has taken over the project with Z Tracker. And also shout outs to Big Dunka, who, for years did a lot of really great things in the ALTTPR community, but, I saw him streaming the other day, and got a bunch of people watching him. He was playing some Z1R, and suddenly he's, assisting, although I think Neon is going to be doing most of the work, but huge, great resource for getting to fix that, to fix some of the things of that tracker, because it's a great tracker, it's a great start, but there's just, a lot of little things that we're going to be looking at. In the meantime, we still haven't found a sword.
We haven't found anything. We haven't even found a boomerang.
Oh, can we find an Armos item here? Uganda's checking the, the best Armos item. That wand is wonderful.
Wand, I called it. I'm the greatest. I like the wand. I think the wand doesn't get enough play, but I also like it with the book, which is why
I don't know where you get the idea.
Runner.
I've heard you say that. I don't know where you get the wand doesn't get enough play. The wand is great. Like, there's nobody that isn't like, oh, hey, give me that wand early. The only time I see people skip it is if it's like really super late and it's in the stairs in level 9, and maybe you even already have a magic sword. I think the wand is it's a very popular item. The only bad thing about the wand is it doesn't kill Wizrobes.
Which is not going to be a block here because our Wizrobes are overworld.
Yeah, like the overall Wizrobes means they're not in dungeons, yay.
244 for a blue ring, that's sad.
Yeah, I don't know, I would imagine Bommy is probably a little more likely to buy that blue ring than Ugondis. I don't know if Ugondis is one of those runners that prioritizes it. Bommy, I would expect, would buy one if it makes sense money-wise.
This flag set I've seen is either super poverty seed, or everybody is running around with $1 million in their pocket because they have to check every overworld location at least 3 times.
You say poverty seed, but the fact is, in a first quest overworld money set, unless you're getting like 150 and 125 and 50, I hesitate to call anything a poverty seed in one queue, because like even at 50 rupees, that's still 150 rupees out there for you to pick up. Now, there are ways to turn a not poverty seed into a poverty seed by, picking up that, that 140 large secret when you've already got 220.
I hate to interrupt, but level 1 any key.
That is a great find for Ugondis, especially in level 1. It has lots of key doors. Also, this little segment, let's see if this is it's the heart, which is, we have the inter-dungeon heart shuffle. We haven't seen the coast heart yet, so we're going to assume until proven otherwise that's just the dungeon heart.
Yeah, it's fine. We take those.
Mommy's gonna get a candle. That's good. Expensive candle, but yeah, we have to buy one at some point, unless we happen to find that red candle sitting there somewhere.
And it'll be a hot minute before Ugondis grabs that, with his $1.
Yeah, one rupee, and maybe he runs into the red candle here. There's still one more item in this dungeon.
He is still a mile away from that wand.
Yeah, it's tough when
she's getting more efficient checks on the overworld because she can set things on fire.
Yeah, she probably gets the sword first, but it's rough when you have the start spot that's near start, and the Death Armos location is really easy to get to, so you usually prioritize that. And then the idea is you do these east checks because there's 3 Armos spots. But in this case, the Armos is... Yeah, Bommy's about to get it because the Any Roads took her over here, which is good.
Okay, great. I understand not picking up that Triforce. You only got 3 rooms left. There's an item somewhere. What if it's the silvers? It's only 1. I'm just gonna kill everyone.
No, you absolutely leave that and come back for it. Hey, look, a candle!
Oh, for Christ's sake. Well, okay.
We take that. Uganda's really happy to find that candle. It's not going to have to buy that 76 rupee blue candle. And so 7 rupees is not going to be a problem.
Yeah, any key, red candle. I'm going to call it now. He's going to get a blue ring. Because
not
he's
on 7
going to
rupees,
be...
not.
Not yet, no, but eventually he's going to be rolling in so much money it's going to give him rug burns.
If he has the money for it and he runs into a blue ring shop, then by all means I would buy the blue ring, but I don't think he's going to prioritize it. Because he needs to buy those arrows for one thing. We're going to grab a heart and the take any for now.
He might need to buy the arrows, we don't know. As we've seen 3. Maybe it has... What's that other thing we like? Silvers, that's the word.
Yeah. Silvers will be somewhere, I promise. Whether they'll be... it could be behind a wood arrow. Ooh!
They legally exist.
Ooh.
Oh,
5 heart,
this
maybe
is...
4 heart white sword. That's a really nice find.
The rich get richer over here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, we can even double stab now.
We can.
A rare double stab.
And also, that is his first sword, so we still haven't found the wood sword.
No.
Just saying,
you know
the wood sword's still out there somewhere. Yeah, and this flag set, without the extra candles, there's no grabbing the blue candle instead of the wood sword, but he's got the red candle, so he doesn't care. I like to save after the big money pickup. That way, if you have a lot of if the next bit of exploration involves using up bombs and getting door repairs and nothing to gain, you can retry out of it and get whatever money back. See if this is a 4-heart white sword. It is.
It is.
Both runners getting white sword as their first white sword as their first sword.
This is a real stack. 10 minutes.
Sure is. I'd really like to see Bommy go back into that level 1 and do the get the any key. The only thing we have to buy at this point is possibly our arrows, possibly a potion. I know you want to see a blue ring. We'll see if that happens. Chat calling this a friendly seed. It's way too early to just call it a friendly seed. There's a lot of games we play. And Ugondis is going to go ahead and buy those arrows now while he has the money. I like it.
Yes.
He's got all the things he could possibly need. And anything else he buys will be luxury.
As far as we know, we have some sort of raft block ladder, which is blocking the bow, which is blocking the Goma, which is blocking the silvers, which is blocking...
Are we making up routes that could happen? Is that what we're doing now? I mean, it's a tried and true tradition in this community to do such things. But like, I don't see a book on their trackers that I missed while I was gone, so I don't think we can know that stuff. We're certainly predicting it. You know, Chad always has fun making up, logic chains that are ridiculous.
Well, there's phase 1 of my unnecessarily circuitous plan, the raft.
I like it when the raft becomes required. It's kind of neat when the item that is probably the least useful, if it doesn't block anything, actually nets us something good. We do find the Triforce out of level 3 for Ugondis. He's not going to go back in. The only thing left in here is a heart. We have the any key, so we don't even need to look for keys. So he's just going to leave.
What does the raft block in this flag set? 2 spots?
The raft is, like, the funny thing is, when you talk about overworld blocks, the raft will always block 2 locations that will always open. Whereas the recorder, in first quest blocks 1, and second quest blocks 10, and in mixed quest will block anywhere from 2 to 11 spots. Power bracelet is 4 for first quest, and up to 7 in mixed, with obviously the 7 full in second quest. And the ladder even blocks those 2 spots in second quest that what I always say 1/3 to open in a mixed quest, because that's about when you consider there's so many more locations just in general in second quest. Any mixed quest location, it's going to be approximately, it's not exactly 1/3, but it's approximately 1/3 to open. A lot of people like to say 50-50, but it's not 50-50.
But that's also just the overworld locations. The raft doesn't block anything in a dungeon. The ladder can block anything from 0 to 4,000 rooms.
Yes, very true. The recorder
can hit a dig dogger block, so we don't get to know what it blocks until we bungle into it.
Right, and of course the recorder can give you a little bit of fast travel, which is nice. So it's generally the preferred blocking item for people to have outside the ladder, of course, but it doesn't. No guarantee that it's actually going to block anything.
Nope. Especially since it's not like these are planned routes. We're using shapes. Rando does what Rando wants. So nobody is sitting there going, aha, they're going to need the recorder to get past this dig dogger to get in here. It's
But
randomized. You just bomb through, maybe. I don't know.
But it feels better to have all the items that could possibly block you in a dungeon. So it feels, well, you'll see runners go into 9 without a ladder, without a recorder, sometimes without the silvers. It always feels better to go into 9 with those things, just in case, because we've all run into the Zelda in the Chevy room at the end of a race, and oops, got to go back and get that ladder. That's going to be the heart container there for Bommy. I'm not entirely sure
Well, I
why.
do.
Or maybe she already
I
did
mean,
it? I don't know sure why she didn't go
Link to the
down there.
past. We know what our double dips are going to be, and we try
No,
to
we
avoid
don't.
them as much as possible. We know.
No, we
I don't
don't.
want to go into swamp without a hook shot.
Yeah, I
I want to
mean,
go
yeah,
home.
this is always true.
Here we don't get to them.
But we don't always know that those items aren't just in there. That's not an issue in this game. Very, very different logic in Link to the
Nope,
Past.
you can make it all the way through 9 and just find out surprise, Chuckles. Again, it is Dig Dogger blocked. In a Chevy room.
Yeah, you can do a Chevy room without a ladder, unless you're coming in from the top. In fact, most of the water rooms in Ganon for Ganon you can do. Usually, as long as you don't come in from the top. Like, the top is problematic.
Although, just
Oh,
during
okay.
our
Chat's
reward
saying that
show,
was
I did see that clip of the Triforce caught in the boat.
yeah. Okay, chat telling me that stair room was the transport room. Bommy must have already picked up the heart.
In 1, yes.
God is going to go
Potion
ahead and
at
grab that potion.
6. Interesting.
Yeah, no, he's already got the white sword item. Prioritizing the potion at this point makes a lot of sense. Doesn't know if he's going to pick up the letter. If the letter hasn't already shown up. There's plenty more take endings, so you could have pushed that decision back a little bit.
I guess we also know that our dungeons don't have Dark Nuts or Wizroads. Oh, they might have Lionels.
Yeah, but if you know how to deal with Lionels, they're not a big deal, especially with the wand. The wand is great for Lionels. You just set up on those half tiles, on those right half tiles, and just fire away at the Lionels, and you're not going to get hit.
And what is it? There was something else we saw from the overworld in here, and now I don't remember it.
And
Think about the enemy set what got swapped. Oh, not gonna grab that key, huh?
No, it doesn't need it, because infinity plus 1 is still infinity. There's the raft for Bommy. She's going to make quick work of this level 3.
We haven't seen any other levels yet, as far as I know. So, right now we're rubbing our face against every rock in the world.
There's the Triforce pickup for Bommy. Not too far behind Ugondis, but definitely a little bit of a lead for Ugondis right now.
We found 8, but no one's in there, so did we really find it? I want to see people applying themselves to 8. They might be able to actually take 8 right now.
8's kind of a tricky dungeon because there's 2 items, so there's a certain amount of incentive to go through and do it. But if it turns out to be a 5 Triforce seed, and there's nothing in 8, there's a lot of time wasted that you can have for going into it right now. So we'll see if either runners decide to do it now. Whereas if you know it's an 8 Triforce seed, then I would just go to 8. You have to do it anyway.
Poor Octoroks get no respect in Randomizer.
Alright, here's level 6 for Ugondis. Let's see if he decides to do it. Looks like he's at least going to peek in.
Oh, that's fun to stare at.
Boy, the hint shops are expensive today.
Interrupting the National Peace Convention.
Though. Oh, and Ugondis gets grabbed by the hand.
I was going to say, and just taking 1 room south, not the worst.
Yeah, gonna go slightly different direction. He has the map now. He didn't have the map before, because we don't have a ladder. And this could be a ladder block if we can't bomb up. We can't bomb up, so a bit of a ladder block over here. We're going to try and go around the other way, see if we can get around that way.
I think that was the only spot left, because... well, we didn't try bombing... Oh no, we don't have to bomb. It was just a shutter door. Aha!
See, does this shutter back in? Yeah, because this could be a transporter on the ladder block. And it is a stair. And it is a transport, so that's going to probably get us around that ladder block.
We can make it to the upper part of this map of the front half of an airship. I don't know.
So this may or may not actually get us around that ladder block, but we are going to at least be able to explore more of the dungeon, and we do need to kill the hands. Could still be a push... Yeah, it is. Yep. No, not the push block room. Okay, we're shuttered in, but we can get out of this. We'll see if anything drops in this room.
Yeah.
Hi, Triforce. Okay, well, that
Magical.
doesn't confirm or requires ladder, because we don't know how many Triforces we need. So that's... I mean, it's going to be a very easy Triforce to come back to, because that transport takes you right there, but we don't know if we actually need that. Now, we can't bomb to the right. Can we bomb down? We can't. Don't know if he's tried bombing down this, but at 2 bombs, he might not try it. Let's see what he does. We're going to try it. That does leave him with 1, so he can still force if he needs to.
And if he...
4 hands.
If he was blocked, he'd be leaving anyway. He'd go 5 bombs. Ooh, yeah, clock's...
That's an unfortunate clock.
Clock's not what I want to see in a room occupied entirely by fingers.
I mean, he's not... At least he's not soft locked, because we do have a way to get out of the room to reset it. And it looks like the virus are going down to magic sword damage, because he did do the double tap there.
That's true. It's difficult to know who rolled up or down when we just start with a howitzer. A red enemy would be the swellest.
I mean, depends was it overworld or, you know, overworld red drops bombs, sorry, overworld blue drops bombs, dungeon red, so the blue Lionels would be what he needs, or the Gibdos, which don't come in multiple colors, so.
I just want something I can see on this backdrop.
And we're finding ladder blocks all over the place in this level 6. And there goes that last bomb. I'm not sure I would have used it there. But we're down to 0 bombs, and hopefully we can replenish somewhere. These red Lionels won't do it, but we can get health from them. And a nice teaser bomb dropped in the center of the moat.
Looks like they will do it. Aha. Ah, more range. Well, okay, not quite.
There's a bomb drop from the blue Lionel. Good global. Bommy is joining Ugondis in level 6.
Pretty straightforward routing so far. They both started in 1, ended up in 3, now they're in 6.
I mean, that's what we found, so... haven't been given a ton of choices here. Not yet. I don't know that we've seen a lot of Death Mountain, and of course, we have a lot of, we haven't found a overworld blocking item that could open up potentially some dungeons. He's gonna find out that the Triforce is ladder blocked up here. Good information.
Now, is she gonna keep digging here? Looks like yes.
Yeah, the game keeps letting Ugondis keep going. This room doesn't drop, so there's no... The only reason... Oh.
It's a good thing we have bombs.
Well, he's got 1 bomb left, so it's going to be a little bit dangerous for him to try and smoke one of the dongles with a single bomb. So he may not want to do it, so we'll see. There's a hand here. This could push. It does not. I think this next room to the right is our last possible push block. Our last possible room that's not ladder blocked. And it's just an old man.
Neat.
testing the emergency broadcast system. Is he gonna go? Ah, yeah, that Dodongo turned as soon. Like I think the Dodongo turned before the bomb was even dropped, but like your reflexes just aren't fast enough to stop putting that bomb down.
At a certain point, you figure that just biologically, the Dongos would figure out, maybe I don't want to walk into that.
Yeah, I'm not sure there's anything else that's not ladder blocked in this dungeon. So Ugondis coming
See,
to that same conclusion is going to go ahead and leave. Bommy's already left, so she's going to not waste nearly as much time in level 6, which kind of evens them out. You know, Ugondis had a bit of a lead. I don't know what about their overworld searching. Oh no, Ugondis wants more bombs. We'll see if he goes back in with them. This is not a good bomb farm because what's going to happen is he's gonna, because it's not all bomb dropping enemies, it doesn't work out nearly as well. But we've got red wizards over here, and those guys will drop bombs. It's a better farm, a more dangerous farm, but a better farm.
I don't like red wizrobes, mostly because every time I say it, I want to say wed wizrobes.
I mean, you could use orange. I mean, to me, in Z1, it's very interchangeable. The weaker enemies are red and orange, or red and/or orange. And the stronger enemies are dark blue and/or light blue. So they both work.
I think the NES has 55 colors in its palette, and none of them are yellow. So
I'm okay with that.
just follow your heart. Got like 12 blues though.
And Bommy's decided, you know what? I'm going to check out level 8. Ugondis going to do more overworld exploration.
There's our map. Nowhere else to go.
Oh boy, that's a small 8 though, with a weird little segment. I imagine 7's going to fit right in between those two segments, but of course we haven't seen that map yet.
Small 8 with a big footprint. It's just a lot of walking.
Yeah, a lot of semi-linear paths in here. Fortunately, we have an any key, so it's not going to stop us.
Yeah, chat says that looks like a caulk gun. I think it looks like a headache.
You're not wrong. Yeah, you can't get those bombs. Sadly, no boomerang. You might be able to clip over to get close. And Ugondis going to join Bommy in level 8. This might be the first time he's seen it.
You know what? That's fair. So far, this seed is being the best argument for the boomerang I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, the boomerang is one of those items that the earlier you get it, the more useful it's going to be. I typically will not skip boomerangs on the floor ever, but in the stair, it just depends on how late we are in the seed.
Not for nothing. I feel like every item is more useful the earlier you get it. The any key, magical sword,
for sure, but the drop off for boomerang is a lot more than say the any key or the red ring or an upgrade sword, for instance.
The gun just got that map stopped for just a second to go, oh, and then carried on.
Yep. Yeah, so this will have an extra transport stair so we can get to the segment. In fact, Ugondis just found his way to the segment, it looks like. Oh, the segment, yeah, of course, the segment's in the bottom because of the non-randomized start shuffle.
Or Aquaman just gets no respect.
I mean, he is kind of an easy boss. Just avoid those fireballs. It can get a little bit scary when you're on low health, but otherwise.
He's an intro boss. He's just supposed to be scary. Oh, look, boomerang.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy enough to pick that one up on the floor. I probably grab it, but like it is a little more out of the way being in the Triforce room.
And I guess, do you want to cycle through it for the rest of your life?
I don't care about that. The only one that messes me up is if I buy meat. Sometimes I accidentally use my potion. It's kind of annoying, but the boomerang doesn't bother me one way or the other. Another share for Ugondis, and we have the book. Wand fire incoming. With this enemy set, though, the wand fire is really good. Wand fire for anything you can shoot from a distance. Until we find a Patra in a dungeon, then it's not so great.
And then we got White Sword. But right now, I will take any hint the game is willing to give me.
Yeah, we have seen the hints. Ugondis has plenty of money to buy them. I think we've seen both hint shops. They're very expensive. He's gonna have to. You can't do all the hints in one go if he wants to save scum them, because I think all the hints were above 50 range. So, but I imagine, I mean, if I were him, and Bommy, if she finds the book as well, I would absolutely prioritize those hints.
And she's heading in the right direction.
There's the boomerang for Ugondis. Let's see if he picks it up. Nope. It's like 6 tiles out of the way.
You got to assume you're always 6 tiles behind.
Chat calling for a boomstick, but boomstick doesn't work that way. Boomstick you have to pay for if it decides to actually be in your flag set. I disagree with me. It's not the worst flag there is. It is not one I'd want to see in a tournament, let's just say. But it's fun on occasion. There's the book for Bommy. Now, we don't know. Again, this Triforce could be ladder block. We have seen Chevy rooms and such that have blocked our runners, so we may not actually be able to pick up this Triforce. At this rate, we're going to get like 6. We're going to get 5 or 6 walk over the water hints when we go check those hints. Including the ever useful walk over the water to get the bow on the coast, which is the one, you know, more than any other hint. I want that one to go because sometimes we know that information 2 seconds in if our start spot's right there.
You know what? That was a good time for me to go and check the Randomizer wiki to figure out what all these hints mean, because I feel like I'm going to see a couple of them.
I got your back on those. All right, Bommy's taking.
That's not a useful speech right there.
And our tracker on it, putting the link into the Randomizer wiki, which I know him and PDX Rex have done a great job in getting that all updated. Step over the water to reach the red ring. Okay, so a red ring is ladder block somewhere.
The wiki is super great, and as I go there right now, the picture on the front page is broken. But enough about that.
All right, any key in 1, we already knew that. And magic boomerang in 8. So if you got the book and bailed, you didn't have to actually go back in. So that's one set of hints. We got one bit of useful information. Semi-useful, since walk over the water for the red ring just means we're going to need a ladder to pick up that red ring wherever it is.
We're also going to need a ladder to finish the seed, so, you know, whatever.
I haven't confirmed that yet. Oh yeah, we have. The bow's on the coast.
The bow.
We have absolutely confirmed that.
Coast bow. The boast.
Yeah, I think that was found before I got in here, so I just had to, you know, rely on our wonderful tracker, Neon.
Actually, if a bow is on the coast, I think you have to pronounce it bow.
No. I see where you're going with that, though. All right, Ugondis taking a... Yeah, it's interesting that both level 6 and level 8, Ugondis spent a little bit more time trying to confirm that he could not actually, in fact, get, in one case, the Triforce, the other case, the item. And he's going to get the same somewhat useless hints.
And we got really nothing new in 8. Nothing that lets us check more overworld spots. So we're just back to steps.
Yeah, hopefully we can find that other hint shop, and hopefully it's a little more useful. That red ring is very likely in level 6 at this point, although having not seen other dungeons, it's entirely possible there are multiple ladder blocks, because, you know, that happens.
I would be very excited if the other hint shop told us things like, where's the red candle? Where's the bonus heart container?
I mean,
and I don't know. What's this week's Blue Light special?
No, it's going to be walk over the water to get the bow. We are starting to run out of overworld locations that we can get to that aren't Death Mountain. There's a blue ring purchase you wanted from Bommy.
Aha!
I
In your face, imaginary strawman who said that wouldn't happen.
I don't love it just because there's another hint shop out there, and now she's not going to be able to afford it. Would have rather seen her find the hints, buy the hints, and then get the blue ring. There's still a lot of money out there on the overworld, though, that hopefully, and maybe these hints, the second hint shop will be cheaper.
She also doesn't have regular arrows yet.
Hey, there's the wood sword. Shout out to the waterfall wood sword that we learned was never appearing. We learned in our research, and by we I mean not me, that the wood sword was not actually appearing at the waterfall. And we let Fred know, and he fixed it. So shout outs to Tetri, Big Slamu, PDX Rex, and I'm forgetting somebody in there that I'm going to be kicking myself about.
Oh boy, Island. Oh, Island.
Oh, Neon, our tracker. That's the other person. Neonone was also in on those on that research.
Is that how you pronounce that?
It is, or just Neon. Ugondis doing this northeast with only a half a heart. Bommy made it all the way up to the waterfall, but didn't quite get all the way up there on half a heart. See if Ugondis can get all the way up there. It's nasty. All these nasty enemies don't make it easy. Oh, yeah, we switched to pause strats. Nice. Can we get in there? Oh, well done.
That's fair. We take those. Does it help you beat the game? Is it illegal? Those are the questions.
Yeah, one of the best quality of life changes that Fred did, I think it's been about 2 years now, was changing it so you could toggle between select swap and pause. So those people that love their pause strats can still do them and still have select swap. I think at this point, the only person I know of that still only does pause strats and doesn't turn the toggle on is Diane. I mean, there are still several people that don't turn on pause, they'll just go straight up do select swap. But I think Diane's the only one left that doesn't put the toggle on and just always just pause strats. Now, to be fair, she is one of the best at using pause strats, so it's definitely a good strat for her. And it may
I applaud the
distraction, turn it on and off for her.
I definitely applaud the blue ring, but when you make it up to Death Mountain with only one heart, and the strategy is apply forehead to Dark Nut and rotate rapidly,
I mean,
terribly useful.
I mean, the blue darkness are still doing a full heart of damage on blue ring, so it doesn't make you indestructible. You gotta remember, it's a blue ring, not a red ring. Ugondis about to find his wood sword that he doesn't need. He's also gonna try and kill these dark nuts for a bomb drop. See, I don't understand shooting the old man there. Like, you didn't need that wood sword.
It's not the man's fault. This is just where he lives. This is what the housing prices look like. You're really mad at the market.
I love having the white sword for the wood sword. Well, we're gonna see what's in this cave here. It is just a door repair, it looks like. So Bommy didn't miss anything by dying there, and hopefully she never goes back. And here is the problem with buying the blue ring. Notice the money difference on our runners right now. Now, Ugondis finds a hint shop. He's probably just going to buy them.
You say money difference. I say immune to mugger charges. Or door repair.
Yeah, for a while, until you get $35, now the next mugger's going to take your money away. You know, once that second hint shop shows up, then, you know, you can, if you want to save scum it, you can, at that point, there really isn't anything else to buy. See, there is that second hint shop. She can afford one hint, and hopefully we can see it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not gonna happen.
Not even looking for bombs. We just like stabbing wizards here.
Alright, looks like... For a moment there, I thought we were getting back our regular... Okay, here we go. This is good. Ugondis will get to that hint shop, assuming he goes up to Death Mountain, and we'll be able to buy. Unfortunately, we didn't see the one hint that Bommy was able to buy. I don't know if anybody has their stream up and actually saw it. If you did, let us know. Oh, we got a sail knot? Okay, so raft useless, but I think we already determined that. Thank you, chat. Okay. Apparently you all are seeing this just fine and we're just having issues, so we'll ping someone and might have to,
I have both up on separate screens, just in case.
Alright, now it looks okay on our end.
But right now, it just seems like we're having a lot of Death Mountain exploration.
Yeah, I mean, Ugondis is going to see this hint shop, and he's just going to be able to buy the hints. And a free Triforce in level 4, but we're still missing a lot of things, so I imagine she'll go back in. Come on. Gliak returns to the book. Thanks, game. This one's going to be walk over the water to get the... Oh, well, there we go. Red ring in 4. Which we can't get, because we have to walk over the water for it.
All of a sudden, not spending $100 on hints feels real nice.
Eh. Could be in this room. I'd rather have the knowledge.
Yes, Gliak lurks on Death Mountain, thank you.
So, like, the difference is, whereas Ugondis could use that red ring more than Bommy, may just decide I don't need it, and not go with it.
Those are the hints I'm more used to. Hints are either, the silver rupees are at this exact coordinate, and you need the recorder to get them. Or, the dungeon where you're standing has an entrance on Dead Mountain. Thanks, buddy. Okay, bored now.
And Ugondis is just gonna take this Triforce and leave. There's no reason for him to dig this dungeon. He knows what's here, and he knows it's ladder blocked.
That's a different shade of green. I don't know which I like more.
Hey, there's the letter. Now we can replenish our potions without taking these. That's nice.
Ah, they're siblings. We got the deep lore.
And we find level 7.
I was actually just about to say something about level 7, but I hadn't decided what yet.
Well, it's not really the dungeon you're hoping for at this point, but at this point we're down to just 5 and 9 left. And there's a recorder for Ugondis, which, you know, could block level 9.
You know what? Why not? It doesn't hurt.
So let's see. We have... Oh, and level 2 is missing as well. So we have level 2's item left. We have level 6's items left. One of those is the bow and the other is the ladder. I think that's all we got left. Check, correct me if I'm wrong.
You seen 5?
2, 5, you're right, 5. And power bracelet. Yeah, so we're missing, so we know it's a 9. I think we know. Wait, no. There's the boomerang, the heart, and the silvers for our non-required items. So there is something else missing. There's the recorder for Bommy. There's +3 on the bomb upgrade for Ugondis. Some in chat saying I'd leave. Yeah, I like the idea of leaving, especially since we can recorder back up to the Triforce in level 4, which Ugondis apparently didn't get.
I like how silvers are a non-required item. Literally the most required item.
No, so the term is important item, which is a
Yeah.
misnomer. It should be progression items. The idea being no item that can progress you. Oh my god,
Yeah.
7. But items, there's no item that's going to progress you. That's going to be a 9. So, ladder, the overall blocking items, the bow. The silvers only block one thing, and that's killing Ganon. And I think it would be rather silly to not allow silvers a 9 when that's where they are in the vanilla game. And haha, Mugger, we have infinite keys. Here's 2 of them.
How does that work narratively?
I mean, to be fair,
Give
why
me
is
2
it
of your keys. Well, I have a key with a lion on it. That's good too.
Well, I mean, to be fair, why is it that, like, do the keys break when they open the doors?
Someone did a comic about that. Was it Awkward Zombie? How Link is
Yeah, I
just
don't know.
so clumsy.
Yeah, he can't, his keys just don't survive. And yeah, to answer chat, we did see the map in 8, and this is probably fitting right in there. I just wish I could see them both at the same time.
Oh, actually, yeah, it is, because this open area is that weird cloud segment where we started, and then up top is our caulk gun, but we have a couple of carve-outs for the holes in this lower left corner where nothing is.
Alright, Bommy's gonna buy those hints and find out all the information that we got, which is not as much as we'd like. We did not get the Triforce out of 7. Ugondis looks like he's a little more committed to this Triforce out of 7. I agree with those in chat that say leave, just because we might be a ladder blocked out of the Triforce in 7, and if it's a 5-tri-C, we don't need it anyway.
I wonder how much of this is just a sunk cost adventure. I don't want to go back through the first half of this 7, so I might as well check the back half.
But yeah, see, there you go. There's a ladder blocked heart, and there's a really good chance the Triforce is just beyond that, and we might not need it anyway. If it's 5-tri-seed, there are other Triforces to pick up. Yeah, and yeah, we're talking about the 64 brick that we saw earlier this year, which, given that we've had a lot of small 9s, is pretty rare. Ugondis giving up on 7, that's the right call. You're not surviving that. You might as well just up a save. You have a recorder to get back up here to level 4 anyway.
Back in my day, 9 was always 64 rooms, and we liked it.
No, it wasn't. It's 57. Unless you're in second quest. I actually don't know what the room count is in second quest, but it's less. Yeah, we had, I forget who Yumi was. It was, we had one this year, and then in the Rookie Rumble 2 tournament, I called a 64 room block, level 9. I believe it was JP versus McMonkey in that one.
We could have 60 room level 1s if we weren't cowards.
I mean, there is a new flag set that I don't know if the math actually works out for that to happen, but it theoretically could happen. Where
maybe not 1, maybe like 5.
No, the problem isn't that it's 1. The problem is that you have 6 dungeons that you have to split 128 squares for. So the idea of one of them taking up 64 rooms and the other 5 taking up 64 rooms seems rather unlikely, but could happen. But yeah, the new flag set where the shapes are just not based on not based on 1 being the smallest, 6 being the largest. Ugondis grabs the Triforce at a level 5, which was in, I think, the transition part of Death Mountain. See if he goes back. Might not, because looks like a ladder block there. He's going to go back.
48 minutes into this seed, and we still don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea of prioritizing your overworld. Try and find that level 9. We know we need a ladder. We might not need much else at this point. There's a really good chance at this point that the silvers are just in 9, because we still have 3 overworld blocking. We still have 3 quote-unquote important items left to find in dungeons. I think we only have 4 items total left in 1 through 8. item in 2, item in 5, item in 6. Actually, that might be it. 1, 2. Yeah, no, sorry. That is. Nope. There's one other one I keep.
No, it's 5.
5. No, 5,
Because
6, 2, and something else.
question in chat: have 2 or 6 been found?
6 yes, 2 no.
6,
We
yes.
think 6 is Triforce is ladder blocked, and it looks for all the world like 6's item is also ladder blocked.
So, we've seen it. It's dead to us. We would prefer to not go back.
Oh right, I keep forgetting the bows on the coast. So in 2, 5, and 6 are power bracelet, ladder, and something else, and we don't know what that something else is yet.
Right.
There we
It
go.
could be a heart container. It could be silvers.
Could be a heart container. Could be silvers. Could be the boomerang.
No, it
That's what
couldn't.
we got left. One of those items is much better than the others. 2 of those items, yeah, I mean, depends on if you like boomerangs, I suppose. I'd rather
At this
get
point,
the
if the regular boomerang is in 2, there's no item in 2.
I mean, it'd be a floor item. I'd pick it up because it's probably easy to get to. But
Yeah, but you'd already have the blue boomerang at this point.
that's true. Because again, not in the stair. Unless I'd left with the book and gotten the hint to tell me not to go back. Here's the map for 5. That'll help Ugondis. Hey, look, that wall bombs.
Not so awful.
I mean, it's what we get in this flag set with the we get in 1 through 6. There are 2 things we get. One is that we have a very vertical dungeon, and the other is we have a segment. And this one was one of those very vertical dungeons. It looks like I think Ugondis has decided he's ladder blocked out of the rest of this 5, so he's probably never coming back unless the silvers decide to be here, which would be rather unfortunate. Bommy's gonna find level 5. So far, she's left dungeons a lot quicker than Ugondis, and which has kept her up. Consistently, Ugondis has spent more time looking in these dungeons with getting no gain from it, other than knowledge of the dungeon.
The crisis 9.
I mean, at this point, probably under a overworld blocking item. We know it's not under the raft, because A, we have the raft, and B, we got a sail not hint.
Have we tooted any lakes?
Bommy has been using the recorder in a lot of places. I don't know that Ugondis has used it other than that screen right there. So there's still quite a bit of... I mean, there's 11 recorder spots. I don't think she's hit all of them. There's 2.
Oh, here's 2. That's a choice.
No need to clear this room. Just go ahead and open that key door. Even if this is a segment 2, that won't be the segment stair because of the shutter door.
Brother.
We got wand fire. Likes are great with wand fire. Just stand back and fire away, and they take the extra damage from the fire. It's great. Like I say, wand fire is great for any enemy that you can shoot from far away. As soon as you have to do melee combat, not so great. Oh, a holy linear dungeon.
I dub this the red carpet.
And the Triforce is way at the end, so hopefully we either find the ladder here or are not ladder blocked. Thankfully, we do have an any key.
You know, we gonna see all these rooms.
Probably. I mean, the way he's routing, we're gonna see all the rooms. There is a world in which you skip these 2 top rooms if the item already showed up. There's a heart. There's our last mugger. Haha, we have the any key. Have 2 of my
I'll show
MP.
you, I have a picture of a different key.
Completely avoidable mugger, by the way, because that wall to the right of where Ugondis just was has to bomb because it's level 2. And the only things that don't bomb are right side staircases. There's the ladder.
There we go. Okay. Literally unmissable.
Yeah, no, exactly. Well, yeah, unmissable because we haven't found 9 yet. You're not skipping 2. Stupid shutter door. We're not looking
Come
for.
on, Gumba block. Dang it. Come on, Gumba block. Dang it.
Just a rupee boss. A little unfortunate Bommy staying in this level 5. Now, it'd be interesting to see if Ugondis goes right back to 5. Certainly could. Right now, I bet I would prioritize. I might have gone back to 5, covered a lot of it. We don't know what's in there. But
I'd prioritize
at this point,
the bow.
you want to get your bow, but you also want to find level 9. So he's going to start doing these western recorder locations, and then probably world wrap to the bow, and then start clearing the more eastern recorder spots. At this point, level 9 is the only dungeon we haven't seen.
Just like in the original game.
Good bomb shop? The need for bombs not quite as heavy as it was before, since we've done pretty much all of Death Mountain.
If you gotta...
But you still buy them. I mean, at that price, with the amount of money that Ugondis has, you still buy them.
He also got a bomb capacity upgrade while I was taking a nap.
He did.
Oh lord, Bommy left 5 without getting the Triforce?
I mean, she can go right back to it.
Yeah, but that's going right back to it.
Well, on the plus side, if she goes back to it with the ladder, she might find the item. If the item is silvers, that's huge.
Yeah, sure, why not?
And she is going to get this ladder. There's the bow for Ugondis. And yeah, she could have gone back for it. The recorder, which, would be ideal, but I feel like this is I'll leave the dungeon, forget to go back in, grab the Triforce, and then by the time you realize that you're a few screens away. Still no level 9. Ugondis is going to go back to start. We're going to try and probably go and hit the desert spots.
Maybe
we could have to go back
walls
to
across, bombing walls across the river, maybe?
I mean, we're still in a situation where that power bracelet could still be required for level 9. And we're down to level 6 and 5 for the power bracelet to be. And Bommy out of bombs. That hurts. She's going to try and get some from these dark nuts. And you absolutely need bombs to progress in that level 2, because we had a Tridongo room that's going to take minimum of 3.
This particular screen have not been nice to her so far.
There's some blue Octoroks that could help her out.
How to get over there, though?
Barely gets in
Unless
for
the ladder.
Wow, she just barely gets into level 5, which, she could just grab the Triforce, get your health refill, and then come back out and try and farm some bombs. But no, she's just gonna get the up A 3 heart health refill instead. And we're running out of recorder spots. This is starting to look like the power bracelet in 5 or 6 is the answer. Have we checked the river? I don't think we have checked the river. That is definitely a possibility as well. Our tracker confirming no river checks yet, so. Like this might, this spot right here, level 2 in Quest 1, level 3 in Quest 2, may actually be our last recorder spot. And Ugondis hitting the recorder says he's going back to 5. Because he's in the vicinity of 6, so you just would walk to... Oh, he's going to do the ladder spots first. I like this. So you don't need a power bracelet. You don't want to dig it out.
No.
But the recorder didn't give us anything except fast travel, which is useful. And, there might be a dig dogger somewhere. You never know.
I don't think we've seen one yet this seed. We've seen one Goma, and it was across a moat, so no one cared.
Yeah, Chad asking if he knew where his flute was. I don't know if he knew where his flute was. When it is possible to keep track of all those spots, but I find it impossible. So what I usually do is when I don't know, I blow it once, see where it takes me, and then go from there. And sometimes you get lucky. It is possible to get lucky here. We are going to do level 5 first, or not, or is it this? No, it's the nasty wizard screen, because why not?
Yeah, but if you don't have to go through the kill box.
So now, the best thing that can happen for Ugondis here is to dig out silvers here, and then you just know the power bracelet's in 6, and it blocks 9. And honestly, that would be the best thing. The power bracelet in here and silvers in 6 is worst case scenario for him.
On Heart Container.
I mean, if a Heart Container would not be the worst thing ever, Heart Container or that boomerang, because at that point you're just going to have full knowledge. You just maybe feel bad for having dug 5 before 6. Bommy's back in level 2. She's got 3 bombs. That should be enough to get the bombs off the Dodongo to go forward. You can even double feed one of them. This is low key. This is actually if you're going to call any room difficult for Dodongos, this is as difficult to get the NSU room.
I think that was bracelet on the floor.
Well,
Tracker says yes.
Our tracker says so. Yeah, we're looking for 9 under the power bracelet. And now, if you're Gondis, you're hoping silvers are not in level 6 and that they are in level 9 because you're not going back to 6 until the game says, "Haha, you have to go back to 6." There's 9 at the dumb power bracelet spot. One of the 1/3 chances of opening, but hey, we're right here. Oh, it opens. Okay, that's 5 try. That's a 5 try 9.
We officially have a music change.
And a death.
Oh, if only he bought Blue Ring.
Since the Landmos, they would have gotten him anyway.
That was fun. Let's go left now. Oh, alright. Shows me.
Yeah, just get on these are red Landmos, just get to the other side, get in the safety door, and you just, I always say the bonfire was made for Landmos. Wow! Hint, 5 rooms in, and we're going back to 6. Yeah, that's really good for Ugondis. That's really bad for Bommy, because that was one of her outs, is to go 6 before 5. Find those silver arrows, and then get the power bracelet out of 5. And even if she goes 6 before 5, Ugondis is going to beat her to it. I mean, chat speculating no path back for Bommy. I mean, the path back for Bommy is a dumb 9 where there's a really quick path to Ganon and or Zelda that she finds and Ugondis doesn't. But she's got to get in there. She's got to get that power bracelet. She's got to get those silvers, and she's got to get in there. So. And
again, there's a combat difference for having twice as much health. It could come into play depending on what the 9s look like.
Yeah, but you with an experienced runner like Ugondis, it doesn't make nearly as much of a difference as you think, especially with the white sword for combat.
All right, 6 look like this. Ugh.
So 6, what wasn't 6, we now know it's silvers. We did not know it before. Ugondis, the other thing is Ugondis spent a lot more time in the 6 and should have an idea of what path to take. Because that entire northeast was ladder blocked, and that's probably where the silvers are. Now, what enemies? I don't remember. Let's see. Oh, Lionels. There you go. And no worries. I answer the questions as best as I can. It's fine.
And those bubbles would be rough if we didn't have a gun.
Yeah, again, Wandfire for Lionels. Like, if this were Darknuts, yeah, I wouldn't want that Wandfire. But for Lionels, give me that Wandfire every time. Don't get grabbed by the hand. You already had that happen once.
It would be funny, but unhelpful. Like me.
I mean, it's the kind of thing that gives Bommy some time back. Oh my god, this Wizrobe screen has just been brutal for Bommy. She does get in. Hopefully she finds that power bracelet. Hopefully, if and when she gets into 9.
Right, we're in the northeast of 6.
Yeah, this is where we suspect the item's going to be. We don't know if it's floor or stair. I don't believe we've seen the heart container here either.
Now, the traps can go over the moat. That's just rude.
Traps are rude. Oh, we just found... Yeah, the resolution I'm seeing... I'm like, is that silver arrows? Apparently those were silver arrows sitting there on the floor. You all get better resolution on the restream, so you probably all saw it.
Everything...
We have silver arrows. You can see him in Ugondis' B button. He just needs to make his way back up to 9.
Everything in that palette is basically invisible.
Yeah, I do believe he still has a blue potion.
I think so.
And potions will make up for a lot. There's that power bracelet for Bommy. That's what she needs. Do please grab the Triforce before you go. Okay, she's going back in for the Triforce. So Bommy gets the Triforce out of 5. That gives her the 5 that'll get her into level 9. She just needs to go into level 9 and turn right so she gets that hint immediately, and she'll know that she has to go back to 6 because she has all the other things. And her path back is she just has to have a better 9 than Ugondis, which, you know, some 9s that's possible and some 9s it's not.
And from what I understand, human instinct is to turn right away. That's why produce sections in grocery stores are on the right. Except, of course, for my grocery store, where it's on the left, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that, because I'll be in the same grocery store brand, and they'll be exactly the same, but mirror imaged.
It's completely bonkers.
Yep.
But it's one of those fun facts that you always hear, like raining cats and dogs.
I think in video games there's a tendency to do things to the left first. Everything, you know, like we check the, you know, always the any rows we go left first. With the hints, almost always you see players go left first. I don't know why. It just seems to be what happens. There's a link to the past check that has 2 chests. Everybody always hits the left chest first, not then the right one. And I don't know why. Just that's what people do. And
that's fun because it makes me sit there and go, was it because we read left to right? Is that true in different cultures?
Yeah,
or
I don't know.
Is it because the human instinct is to go right? Or like, but I want 100% it, so I'll check the thing where I know progression isn't, which must be the left. That's science, huh? No one's studying this sort of thing. Get on that, data scientists. Figure out how hands work.
Alright. Meantime, Bommy's going to get into level 9. She's going to get right in. Hopefully she goes to the right as well to get that hint. She's going left! Oh, Bommy, go back! Because it could take a while for her to find these 2 items. Which we now know are the boomerang and the heart container.
I mean, Ugondis hasn't found them either, so we know they're at least not this far. Using a silver arrow to grab 1 heart. That seems wasteful economically.
He's got 87 of them. this point, he's probably clearing rooms hoping for a map.
I don't know if I'd want to see this map.
Oh, I always want to see the map.
I think I'm happier in ignorance.
Come on, up A, go back, go back. Here's another stair, another transport. There's gonna be 6 of these transports, assuming we don't have a segment.
And he's going to take all of them in a row.
Hi, Dig Dogger. Bye, Dig Dogger. Nice shoot room.
Do you have Ganon in this room?
No. Ganon will never spawn in a room with blocks.
Good.
I wish the same could be said about water. He can end up in all the water rooms.
Pigs love water. That's science.
He also won't ever spawn in a room with extra BMOS.
Pigs hate fire-breathing statues. That's also science. I have never been to a farm with a fire-breathing statue, and I have to assume that's for the pigs.
So far, we've not heard of Roar. We have not seen even an inkling of a shutter door that could hide Zelda.
No, they are way off in the back beyond somewhere.
There we are.
I still want to fight 5 gorillas.
Right, he's got a potion. He's got... This is rough because at 4 hearts he could take... This is insta-death if he gets hit by Ganon. He doesn't want to use his potion yet. Yeah, you gotta use it now. Oh, chat making a good point. Bommy hasn't gone and gotten her bow yet. This is a classic, what I always say. You've seen the item, therefore you have the item. There's the death for Ugondis. I don't know how much...
That is a schlep back to Ganon, too.
Yeah, he's gonna save. I think he's gonna buy at least 1 blue potion.
As wise.
We don't know what the prices are because his first potion was out of a take any. And so by the time he had the letter, he couldn't check. He's gonna, at this point, I think we'll see a refill from Fairy Fountain and a potion buy. And possibly a save, because then you can just reset to get your potion back. Alright, well, blue potion for 28. That is the better bargain. But we don't have enough to buy 2.
Okay. Bommy got the hint. Bommy finally went 1 square to the right. So, honestly, bungling into Ganon might have been better because she'd go, oh no, I don't have silvers. Oh no! And just head out anyway. It would be a very efficient panic.
So now she's got the hint. She'll go back to 6. She'll get her silver arrows. She'll also pick up her bow.
Probably.
Yeah, as a fellow also ALPTPR McMonkey says, because it happens more often in that game. I've seen the item, therefore I have the item.
Yes. Oh, it's on Desert Ledge. Oh, it's on Bumper Ledge.
Yep.
Okay.
And I now have the thing to get it. I just forgot to go get it.
Spectacle Rock, Lake Hylia Island.
So in Bommy's case, it doesn't matter what order she does this in, just as long as she does both of these things. She doesn't have nearly as much knowledge as 6, so it's not, she may not be able to get the silvers as fast as Ugondis did. There's the map for her, though.
And you know, and I know, it's in the Northeast. And 70% of chat knows that. But how to get up there, I don't think she's gonna do it from going north.
Yeah, I don't know that she's done all this stuff down here, and there might be another path from here because of ladder blocks. The transport took us around ladder blocks to get to where we saw the Triforce. Meanwhile, Ugondis does have a path to Ganon. We don't know where Zelda is. There is a shutter door right next to where Ganon is. It could be where Zelda is. There's a nice bomb. Yeah, it looks like he's trying to find maybe a more efficient path. It might not be one.
I mean, if I was Ganon, I would not set up an efficient path to the exit. I would put as many walls in between good guys and me as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, that would be the smart thing to do. He just doesn't always do it.
And then I wouldn't even have
good
Zelda
job
in the
here.
dungeon. I would have Zelda in, like, geosynchronous orbit over the dungeon. Somewhere where getting there is just a pain for the sake of being a pain.
Yeah, imagine a flag set where Zelda's just in a random dungeon with a random door that just doesn't open, but you have to kill Ganon in level 9.
That would be magical. I don't know if it's physically possible, but it would be magical.
Well,
Ganon can just show up randomly throughout the game, like in Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon.
Yeah, but if you have to rewrite the entire game to make something happen, then it's just not practical.
Mm-hmm.
There's Ganon for Ugondis again. 7 hearts, better than the 4 he had the last time in.
And Ganon's in the same spot. What luck!
Yeah, it's not where you want to see him entering from the left. He's all the way there on the right, which makes it very difficult to get the free shot. But we didn't quite get the stun lock because Ganon decided, I'm going to go to the right instead of the left. There we go.
Bug insurance. Ooh, okay.
The next question is going to be, is the door up in the room to the left going to open? Because I think that's the first... That might be the first shutter door you've seen that could house Zelda. No, wait, it's a key door, so that's not going to open. I don't know why I thought it was a shutter door.
It's about to open. See, there we go.
Only 20. We're running out of ammo here, but we can use it until we run out. We don't have to save one for Ganon anymore because he's dead.
You know, we say he's dead, but he just keeps coming back game after game.
I know. He's so pesky that way.
I can guarantee you that Ganon has returned more times from plays of Zelda 2 than he has been defeated.
Well, never mind. This room is already cleared, so this is not the shutter door we're looking for. And this is 2 shutters, so. You know what would be a really nice game is a map.
We don't play Randomizer because we like knowing where we...
Eventually, I'd like to know. I would have finished clearing that room in hopes of a map, but...
To answer a question in chat about lore, there is no timeline. Timelines are made up. They change based on whatever the game designer wants at any given 15-minute period.
Hey, there's that heart container, which, you know, I might have grabbed to give me that extra heart if I'd found it before Ganon. I think at this point it's certainly not worth it. But the 9th heart does give you 2 full...
Survive a hug?
It lets you survive 2 full hugs if you walk in with full health. But we're not worried about that anymore. I think Bommy might be in the Silvers room. Yep, there they are. She's got Silvers. She just needs to get into 9, find Ganon, and have a faster trip to Zelda than Ugondis. You know, nothing big, you know?
It's just that easy.
We're in new territory here. Oh, we take those bombs.
Ah, for Christ's sake, Bommy.
Now she's back in 9. She's actually has pretty good coverage of this map so far.
She doesn't have coverage of a bow.
Oh, Bommy, you need a... Yeah, there's the select swap realization. Yeah, you do need the bow. I mean, it's better than getting into Ganon's room without the bow, which, yeah, has been done. There's the boomerang, which at this point...
I'll get the boomerang. What's it gonna hurt? I
mean, if he lost by 5 seconds at the end, he'd be very upset that he picked up that boomerang.
I do say that a lot. whenever you're in one of these races, you can't meta play on your opponent, because then you'll just drive yourself in circles. So just always assume you are 15 seconds behind and you can only win on execution.
Ah, there's the door. Yeah, get your GGs in chat. Ugondis, your winner. Moving on to the next round.
Oh, Link, you're the hero of Hyrule. That's swell.
Get you that official race time in just a second. Official race time of 1:19:29, and Bommy's not going to finish it out because she's got all of 9 to figure out at this point.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't want to figure that 9 either, and I've seen it.
We never did get a map. Never did get a map. And we are joined by Ugondis. GG's.
Hey, thank you. Thank you very much.
For a 5-try seed. This one had you going all over the place. That ladder.
Man, when that ladder was in 2, I was like, that's not good, because that 2 was wide open, and I got to it real late. And I was starting to sweat there.
But you know who got to it even later? Bommy joining us. GG's Bommy. Good run for this tournament.
Guys, GG Ugondis. That was a interesting seed. I enjoyed it.
Thanks, Bomb. Thank you. GG.
Yeah, that ladder was just the key to everything. Ladder block 6 with Silver's ladder block bow. Several ladder block tries that we didn't care about.
Yeah.
Legally a ladder block 9.
Was it? Was it ladder block 9? I didn't pay attention.
Was it? I don't even know.
I don't know. I just assume everything was.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I
Ladder
don't
block
know.
ladder.
I mean, the path to Zelda was windy enough that there might have been a Chevy room somewhere that I wasn't paying attention to.
You're right. You're probably right. I was just trying to look for a door.
Yep. But yeah, I mean,
without the bow, I was so excited.
Yeah, you kept forgetting about that bow, and you unfortunately for you, Ugondis, when he went into 9, went right away, immediately saw the Silvers or Elsewhere hint. You did a little of exploring in 9 to find out, to get to that hint later, and of course, we at that point, you had full knowledge of everything, with knowing that the ladder had to be, it's not the ladder, the Silvers had to be in 6. But yeah, I mean, the whole seed, you were just trailing Ugondis by just a little bit. Ugondis, you spent a little bit more time clearing those dungeons in the first place, just trying to get around ladder blocks. It didn't help you. But yeah, I mean, until the end, where Bommy, you got blocked out of level 2 by bombs. That's that lead, that small lead that Ugondis had that isn't big enough to guarantee anything was there, and then when you had to go out of 2 for bombs, that really hurt.
That's exciting, actually, to hear it was close, because you're such a great runner, so awesome.
Thank you very much, I appreciate that. Yeah, 2 was real linear. I think I bought a bomb pack, so I wasn't paying attention. I knew I had enough. But yeah, when I think back on it, it was real linear, and I think it did take a couple bombs there. By that point, I was not paying attention. I gotta find ladder.
Yeah, there was a Tridongo NSU room with a shutter door.
Oh,
that room, yeah. I think might have been the only one. I'm not sure, but it was in the way.
I know you did bomb up at one point. I don't remember if it was required.
It might have been that little 4-room segment that had a mugger and not much else. I don't remember either.
Yep. Well, I loved the beginning of this. Got a red candle and an any key within 10 minutes, and was like, okay, let's go. And I was like, hey, this one might be fast.
Yeah, Wand Armos into
the white sword
red
right
candle
away.
into white sword, first sword. Like, you both got the white sword first. Turned out to be a 4-heart white sword, too.
Yeah, who needs a wood sword? That's
useless. I was excited about the overworld because it meant that dungeons wouldn't have crazy enemies. But...
Right.
Wizrobes
and Darkness on the overworld.
I kind of breathed a sigh of relief when I was like, okay, Wizrobes on the overworld. That might be kind of good for me. So, and they still shot me up quite a few times. So.
Yeah. Well, that screen where level 5 was.
Oh yeah.
That was not a nice screen.
So rude.
You had to go back. There was ladder block. Then you had to go back to get the power bracelet.
Yep.
Yeah, Ganon knew exactly what he was doing, putting 46 whiz roads right there.
Yeah. Oh, true.
In one phone booth.
Yep.
Thanks everyone for taking your afternoon to stream.
Thanks for taking it to run.
Yeah. I'm glad I missed the very, very beginning, but I'm glad I got here in time to call most of the race. So
nice, thank you. Thanks for scheduling, Bommy. I know I have a weird schedule sometimes. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, everyone, for commentating and everyone for restreaming. It's just great what you guys do for us, and thank you very much. Yeah.
Now, in the meantime, since this is now your last game, Bommy, anything you want to say about the tournament before you're done?
Just had a great time and just appreciate this community a lot. I think that McMonkey and I might have to schedule a grudge match just because.
Well, I imagine if you both entered a weekly race, they could get you both on at the same time. That'd be fun.
Very true. Yeah, just thanks, everyone.
And Ugondis, you're going to face Shaddy next. And I seem to recall from SG Live, there was I want to say you two were 1-1 against each other in SG. Well, I guess 2-2 because you did a best of 3 in SG Live.
Counting each match, it was 2-2, so it's definitely a rubber match. He got me when it mattered most, but yeah, can't wait.
Yeah, so that'll be a fun one for you.
Yep, definitely.
All right. Anything else either one of you wants to add before we go ahead and close it out?
Nope, just a huge thank you. Thanks to everyone. Thank you very much.
Anything else, Bommy?
No, just have a great afternoon, all.
All right. Thank you both. Good luck to you, Ugondis, moving forward in the bracket. Bommy, good luck to you in your future endeavors. It was great to have both of you. In the meantime, we do have a ton of races, and from what I can tell, they are trying really, really hard to get everything onto the schedule. We have, I'm not going to say anything official, but we do have, starting at 7 o'clock, I'm just going to read who's all playing, and maybe read the times, don't know what channels, anything's going to be on, because they're still working hard on that. At 7 o'clock, we have Zar versus Pleco. That is, I believe, a low roll match. We have at 8:30, we have the Pirate Chief versus Dragon Dart. At 9 o'clock, another low roll match, Dr. J PhD versus It's a Starman. Also at 9 o'clock, Malchior versus Mr. Dunlow. That'll be also a high roll match. The other Malchior versus Tall Maple in the low roll bracket, also at 9 o'clock. At 9:30, we have Antlers versus Stags in the high roll bracket. And then 2 at 10 o'clock, Crimson Avix versus Pedantic Potato, and Equations versus Why Must You Hate Me, both at 10 o'clock. Keep an eye out on the schedule. It looks like they're trying to get everybody on. So make sure you check it out and see what's all happening. Some of those are going to be on some personal channels, so keep an eye on that schedule. Hopefully that all works out. Because lots of you decide to schedule for tonight. But in the meantime, I want to thank everybody. First of all, our runners doing a great job. We had Ugondis and Bommy, and if no one else has thrown the command in the chat, I will try and do that right now. Go ahead and follow the runners. Also, huge thanks to Messenger Death for joining me on commentary, and huge shout outs for Neo No Name doing the tracking. Trackers always are MVPs. And yeah, why don't you take us out?
Everybody, good luck with that thing you're doing.
And with that, we'll see you at the races tonight.